talk volume. Taking a look at these two shapes, we have a shape that is 2D over on the left and a shape that is 3D over on the right. The 3D shape is the one where we're going to find the volume. A 2D square is flat, so we can only measure the square's perimeter, which is the measurement on the outside, and the square's area, which is in the inside here. Think of it like a carpet. A cube is a 3D shape, three-dimensional. It is like a box. So in this case, this is where we can find what is inside. That is where we find the volume. A cube is a type of rectangular prism. A rectangular prism has 6 faces that are all rectangles. Well, what is a face? A face is a flat surface of a 3D shape, just like where all these arrows are pointing. Our big question here is, how do we measure the space inside a rectangular prism? Well, volume can be measured in a couple of ways. They can be measured in cubic units, just like we have right here. This little mini 3D box is 1 cubic unit. So we could find the volume by finding the total number of cubic units needed to fill a 3-dimensional space, just like we have right on that picture on the right side. Another way we could do this is by measuring it in inches, centimeters, whatever the measurement is. So we could use this by multiplying our cubic units. So a unit is used to measure volume. So it could be a cubic centimeter, cubic inch, whatever the measurement is. All we'd have to do is multiply the length, the width, and the height. All right, so let's talk dimensions, what I just kind of brought up. So the dimensions of a rectangular prism would be the length, the width, and the height of a figure. This is for a 3D cube here. Now, if we have a flat surface, a 2D, we were only going to have our length and our width, and that's how we find our area, is by multiplying the length and the width. But if we're finding our height, we have to add in that, if we're finding volume, we have to add in that height piece. All right, our base is a face of a 3D shape, usually the face on which it stands. So when writing an expression to find the volume of a rectangular prism, we first want to find the base, which is the length times the width. And then we want to multiply it by the height, which is the number of layers. So let's practice here. This is one that was already done in class. And what is the volume of this? Well, first we find our length. Our length here shows me that we are going 2 cubes across. Our width shows me we are 2 cubes wide. So our area of the base is 2 times 2, which is 4. And then our height are the number of layers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we add that 6 piece in for our height. When we multiply our area of the base, which is 4, times 6, which is our height, we're going to get 24 cubic units. Let's do one that is not complete, like this one. So what is the volume of the prism here? Well, let's take a look. We've got our length. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 going this way. We've got 1, 2 going on the side. Okay, so a lot of times people confuse the length and the width. Honestly, it depends on which way the cube is turned. But in the end, it really doesn't matter. So here, if our length is our side view here, we'd have 1, 2 cubes, 2 cubic units, times our width, 1, 2, 3, 4, times our height, which is our number of layers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'd find the volume. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32 cubic units. All right, sometimes we are going to have to find the volume given the specific numbers here. So we've got our length, width, and height all filled out for us. But now we don't have to count any cubes. We just have to multiply 2 cubic units by 6, which is our width, and then our height is 5. So again, we find the area of the base first. 2 times 6, which is 12. And then we do our height. 12 times 5 will give us our volume. Oops. If I don't know 12 times 5 by heart, one way I can do this is I could do partial products. I could do 5 times 10, which is 50, plus 5 times 2, which is 10. 50 plus 10 is 60 cubic units. Or maybe you knew that off the top of your head. Either way, you are multiplying length times width times height to find the volume. If you need help, ask me in the chat or message me on Seesaw.